Hey everyone, I'm Orbit Dean. Part of what we're trying to do with Discovering Beauty with Orbit Dean, the new podcast, is far more than a podcast, and I wanted to tell you about it now. My journey ultimately started because I was born with cerebral palsy in the 70s, and that was a long time ago, but the disability rights movement was not moving very fast. It was in its beginnings back then. And I, for better or worse, was at the forefront of it. I became a test case for walking on crutches instead of being confined to a wheelchair. And then later, I became a test case for being a student in a mainstream classroom with able-bodied, non-disabled students. All this was extremely difficult. Ultimately, what I wanted was my independence and my emancipation. I wanted to be able to make my own choices in life. And back then in the 70s and 80s when I was growing up, for a person with a disability to be able to make his or her own choices and own decisions about life was unheard of, largely. And we're still struggling with it these days. And I find myself on the forefront of helping people struggle with their disability and understanding themselves and being able to make their own choices. This is the most important thing in life, to find your own happiness. I earned a bachelor's degree in education and went on to get my master's degree in creative writing. And I had a career involved with film and teaching, and I thought I was doing pretty well. I thought I was successful. Then, a few years ago, I became extremely sick, and I had to have surgery, and I had to be hospitalized, and I had to recover from my sicknesses. And it took, all of the experience took about 2 years to happen. And during those 2 years of recovery and surgery and everything, it forced me to reevaluate my entire life and reevaluate the way that I felt about myself and reevaluate the way I felt about my disability. And I started to rediscover beauty in the world and beauty within myself. And I started to think about what makes me happy in the world. And this is what this podcast is, Discovering Beauty with Orbit Dean. I created Orbit Dean because it was fun, and I wanted a character that was not known for his disability, or I wanted a character that had a disability that was a positive. When I became a teacher, I also became a DJ. I was very interested in music. I was DJing in clubs. I have a long history of trying to do my own thing. And I wanted to bring this all to the Discovering Beauty with Orbit Dean project. Beyond the podcast, we will have a clothing line together with my friend and songwriting partner, Mr. Cookie Jar. We have written music, and there will be a course of study offered that will help you discover yourself and the best of you, and hopefully happiness with the help of creativity. We want to help you discover yourself. We want to DJ your parties. We want to come and celebrate you and celebrate diversity and celebrate beauty. And there will be parties online, cyber parties, and there will be parties in person in the future. And everything will be based for right now on my Substack, on my Orbit Dean Substack. We're very excited to do all this with you and build a community together. A community that finds its way and discovers beauty together. We want to help you discover the best of yourself and the beauty within you. And we want to help you celebrate it. We want to have a good time while we're doing it. So we're going to bring the party to you, starting with the podcast and the parties and the clothing line. And it's all coming soon. Thanks. See you soon.